We are all deeply concerned about the condition of our country right now. And frankly, not just about the condition now, but the direction of the country. What kind of nation are our children and our grandchildren going to have? A few nights ago, I spoke to a group of men here in our hometown about praying for a definite move of God in this generation. And I said to them, it always begins with somebody getting a burden. I wonder, are you burdened today? Everywhere I go right now in my travels, people are saying to me, what can we do? Things have not perhaps turned out like we hoped. Things are not certainly what we want them to be. What can we do? Aren't you glad that God always gives hope? That He doesn't just show us the problem, He gives us a solution in His Word. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 34 says, righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. Now, we're living in the reproach right now. We've got to get back to the righteousness. And where does that begin? That begins, of course, with God's people. Over the last few weeks, I've written a little booklet that I hope will help place this emphasis. If nothing else, it may be a prayer prompter. It's called The Need of Our Nation. It's just been released, and I would love for you to get a copy of it for yourself and for others that you want to try to encourage and help. It is a study of 2 Old Testament passages and 2 New Testament passages that are directed to God's people and what they can do for their nation. Now, let me say this. Just because you're a patriot doesn't mean you're spiritual. In fact, a person could love America and not love the Lord. But I still believe that the right kind of Christians want to be the right kind of citizens. And that if you truly love God and love righteousness, you want your country to follow the Lord. And so that's the burden behind this little booklet, The Need of Our Nation. I want to encourage you to get a copy of it. You see, of course, Washington kneeling on the front of it. Most people are very familiar with his prayer at Valley Forge. But there is in this little booklet a prayer taken directly from George Washington's private prayer journal. Not a prayer publicly known, but his own private communion with God that I think will stir your heart. And then these studies directly from the Word of God. I want to encourage you to get a copy and help me pass it along to other people. FaithWorks Media is the publisher. They've done a fantastic job on it as always. You can order directly from them if you want to do that. But if you just go to our website, enjoyingthejourney.org, enjoyingthejourney.org, go to the store, you'll find this new resource. You can place your order there, and there's special bulk pricing if you order multiple copies. I want to thank you for praying for us, and I want to thank you for joining me in praying for our nation. May God help us all to seek Him while we can.